Hey everyone, Gaming ADI here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Satisfactory, where last time we built this aluminium factory. Although it's not fully optimized, it is working. We do have stuff being built, which is always nice. We do have at the end here, while I use this new hover pack, which is really cool. We do have stuff coming in, so we are full on plates. I don't want that open there. We're full on plates and we're almost full on casings or sheets rather than plates, aren't they? Yeah, they're sheets. And we've got quite a few casings coming in as well. So it is working. We also almost finish off tier 8, except for these two bits here. And the reason for that was making these fused modular frames, because we need nitrogen gas. Yeah, I'll just run out of time basically. So there is to it. So we're going to look at getting these up and running today. Not sure if I'm going to actually build a factory for them or whether I'll just build the 50, is it 50? Yeah, the 50 that we need and these just to get us through tier 8. Once we get this, because we get the turbo motor, then we can get into this one as well, where we need the cooling system, the turbo motor and the fused modular frames. That gives us a lot more stuff there, which will give us what we need to complete phase 4, and then we're on to phase 9. Yeah, this is where shit starts getting real now. We need a lot of stuff to build some of these, so we're going to start with this one, see if we can get the stuff for this, and then move on to see what we need for the next one. So particle enrichment and leading edge production. We'll also get a Mark III miner out of this as well, so I might even think about upping some of our production on everything else where we're using miners. See if we can get some more stuff out of it. But for now, let's go get some fused modular frames built. Okay, so I've crudely put something together here that is making fused modular frames in this blender. Never used a blender before. But you can see here we've got heavy modular frames, aluminium casings and nitrogen gas to make modular frames. So what I did is I just picked up a load of casings and threw them in here. So they're just going straight into there. That's obviously the fused modular frames coming out. And then the gas over here is this huge monstrosity. Yeah, it's very strange. All I can think of is that he's chucking pressure into a hole, which then comes out to these. And yeah, the gas goes out in pipes. I haven't used them all. I don't need them all. I put them all down, covering every single hole, but we only need to, don't even need 2 to be honest. Do like that effect though. That does look pretty cool. Nitrogen gas, yeah. That goes in there. I chucked in the heavy modular frames because it only needed 50, because it's 1-on-1. So yeah. So once they're done, we've got 6. Once they're done, then we should have the supercomputers I'm going to go and build on the bench. So yeah, once they're done, we can get that one bit on tier 8 done and then move to the next bit, which needs the turbo motors. Okay, so we have everything we need for the leading edge production, and it's ready for launch. So let's throw it up, shall we?
The Miner Mark III provides top-of-the-line resource extraction potential, making it even easier to contribute to project assembly. Project part number 8, the thermal propulsion rocket, is the most complex project part of this phase as it requires turbo motors and thus requires your best. Fix it, didn't think pioneers such as you could get this far. I am glad we have both proven them wrong.
Thanks, Ada. I don't know if that was a pep talk or a putting down. Right, particle enrichment. So this is the last part of tier 8 that we need to get done. So we're going to need turbo motors. Select that. Okay, so we're going to need turbo motors, fused frames, cooling system, and quick wire. Well, quick wire's easy. We can get that done. That's not a problem. Cooling system. We need heat sinks, rubber, water, and nitrogen gas. How do we make heat sinks? Heat sinks are aluminium sheets and copper sheets. Okay. So we got copper over there, aluminium over there. We got to bring them together to make heat sinks. Okay. The rest of it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Obviously, we're getting nitrogen gas now. Water's not a problem. Rubber's not a problem. Okay, cool. Right. So that was for the cooling system. And then turbo motors. We're going to need cooling systems. A radio controlled unit. Motors and rubber. So what does the radio control unit need? Casing, crystal oscillators, computers. Wow. Okay. I need to do some maths to find out how much of each we need here. Right, give me 2 ticks. Okay, so I've been doing a little bit of playing around and setting a few bits and pieces up. So we have our nitrogen gas and we have our water coming into here, which is going to be making our cooling system. Now I've set the rubber up just out of one of them, so I've put enough in there, I think, what I need for the first lot of cooling, because we need to do this twice, so I need 2 lots. I need 200 for the actual thing itself, but I need a load more for one of the other items that we need to make, so I might need a load more rubber. The heat sinks for this one are going to be coming from here. This is going to be making heat sinks, and we have the aluminium sheet and the copper sheet in there ready to go. In fact, I guess we might as well hook this up so that can get going, and that should start making heat sinks. There we go, and that should go straight through and into there. This is already hooked up. So yeah, when we get enough, that will start producing our cooling systems, which will go into here. And that's where they'll stop. We've also got, if we head up here, God, I love this hover pack. Along here, I found some quartz. So I have got some quartz being mined. Actually, I don't know if I've got... No, I haven't. I haven't set this one up properly yet. I need a couple more bits and pieces for this. Let's just get rid of this. Bye-bye. So we've got quartz being mined. That's going to go into the constructor, which will turn it into crystal quartz, which will then go into here, along with some cable and some reinforced iron plates to make crystal oscillators. Again, I guess I could start these up. Wouldn't hurt. Yeah. And then we just need to go and get some cable and some other stuff. Some reinforced iron plates. to chuck in there so that we can feed that beast and get some crystal oscillators going. Then if we come back down here, I've already got the fused modular frames made. They're done and dusted and ready to go. So yeah, the fused modular frames are in here. It's already there, ready to go. This is the one that needs the crystal oscillators and the computers. So as you can see, that's going to come straight down and into one of these. That's already got the aluminium casings in it, so I just need to get some computers for that. Then this will put out the radio controlled units that will come around here into this beast, which is going to make our turbo motors. So cooling system, so this is what we need the other cooling system for. So once that one has finished making the cooling system that we need for the actual, so the 200, then we'll start throwing some. Oh, I don't know, actually, might just throw it all in here anyway first. That might be a better idea, mightn't it? Because we actually need, for the turbo motors, we need about 375 cooling system, maybe a bit less, I don't know. So yeah, so what I might do then is get a belt, take these out because they don't need to go, get a belt round to there and put that over here. Cool, but that's where we're up to at the minute. That is where we are up to. So I'm gonna let all of this do its thing. I need to go and get a few bits for up there, sort the belts out here, and we should be rocking and rolling. So yeah, I'll bring you back in a minute. Okay, so we now have our 50 turbo motors and a few extras. And if we go over here, we should, yes, have our 200 cooling system and a little bit more. So I'm going to just leave all that running, keep it going, and then we will head back. We're going to swap over this backpack and put in that one. Okay, so we're going to head back and see if we can get tier 8 completed. So we'll grab that while we're here. There they are. Okay, we are back and we now need to go and get our quick wire. Okay, that should be it. We should have everything we need now to complete all of tier 8. Okay, let's chuck these in. Particle enrichment done.
Milestone reached. Project part number 9, nuclear pasta, can be created in the particle accelerator. The accelerator has vast and fluctuating power demands, depending on the recipe, so will need careful integration with your factory. Fix-It does not waste, so nuclear waste can be refined by the particle accelerator into plutonium for reuse in the nuclear power plant. Fun fact: Fix-It psychologists suggest factory designs reflect the minds of their creators in unexpected ways. On an unrelated note, your infrastructural choices have been interesting.
Thank you very much. Right, so all done and dusted. So now we need to work on phase 4 of Project Assembly. But first of all, we also need to look at this because we are getting, well, we're over. Our capacity is 7,400 megawatts. The maximum consumption is 7,625. Luckily enough, we're not consuming that, but we need to get more power on the go before we can do anything else, which is going to be for another episode. Now, I think this episode could be quite short, and also it could also be the last episode for a couple of months because I've started a new job and it means I'm going to be staying out during the week, and I'm not going to have time to produce these videos for a while. So unfortunately, like I say, for the next couple of months or so, this could be the last video, Satisfactory video I make until I get myself a decent laptop or something and I can make the videos while I'm out and about all week. I will hopefully still be doing streams at the weekend. I will try and put some of these videos together at the weekend as well, but I doubt if I'll be getting one out a week. It might be one every fortnight if I do them at the weekends. I don't know. Until I've seen how much time I have and everything else, I don't know how many times I'm going to be able to get a video out, but I will try and get another one out as soon as possible. Like I say, I do Twitch at the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays at 6. That may be changing as well, but I'm going to try, and obviously those videos then come over into YouTube for Mondays and Fridays. But for now, that's going to be it. I'm hoping this isn't going to be too short of a video. Round about the 20 minutes, probably a bit less, I don't know. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to leave all your comments down below. Again, this is the furthest I've ever got on this, and it gets quite daunting, this game, the further you go, with the amount of stuff that you have to build. But power is going to be our next thing on the agenda. We've got to get that power up. So we might look at maybe making a huge fuel generator plant to get us up in the gigawatts. But I don't know. I'll have to have a think about it. But like I say, thank you very much for watching, guys. Do appreciate it. Leave me your comments. Stay safe. Keep smiling. And I'll catch you in the next one.